This is my new rendering PC. It's been about 10 years since I've done a fresh build, and I just thought getting into 2025, I'm really wanting to step up my render game. I felt my previous build was bottlenecking my creativity so much that it was really just getting in the way of me being able to render the kind of things that I want to be able to render. So I'm going to walk through what I chose, why I chose it, and what to look out for if you're looking to do a PC build in 2025. So starting out, we've got the Fractal Design North. This case is pretty beautiful. I haven't really seen a case on the market like this. It's just got beautiful timber accents with the battens and a really nice, just minimalistic kind of look to it. It's got a steel mesh on the top. It kind of waterfalls across with a glass window looking right in. And the airflow is actually really, really good too. So I just thought it ticked all the boxes. And if you're doing 3D design, if you're doing 3D modeling, you want a case that kind of represents the kind of work you do. And because I do architecture, I use a lot of battens and timber detailing in my renders. Why not pick something that kind of resembles the work I do? It's perfect. So what I did carry over from my previous build was my graphics card. It's a RTX 3070. It's 8 gigabytes of VRAM. I kind of it's not super updated, but I thought it's still pretty good, so I may as well bring it over. The reason why I didn't do a GPU upgrade as well is because I've actually really focused more on CPU rendering. With Blender, you can definitely render with a GPU, and if your scene is no more than 8 to 12 gigabytes, depending on what graphics card you have, it's actually fine. Like you can render something really quickly and just with really good quality. So if you're doing scenes like product visualizations or just really kind of minimal, maybe interior renders or animations, you might find that investing in a really good graphics card is perfect for you. What I found was I didn't end up being able to even use it that much because my scenes were so big. It wasn't capable of rendering a 40 or a 50 gigabyte scene. So that's why I decided to focus this build on a CPU. I'm using the Ryzen R9 9900X. It's 12 cores and 24 threads, and it's an absolute beast. I've tested this out quite a lot with my re-rendering my scenes, and it is just insanely good compared to, I think I had an Intel i7 770K, which is like 4 cores and 8 threads, which is just insane. So this is a huge upgrade, and I'm so excited to do some fresh projects with it. Something to look out for with a CPU is you want to make sure that it doesn't have any issues with overheating, because the Intel CPU that I used just was throttling so bad. I think the heatsink and the thermal bridging wasn't very good. So I actually just decided to do a switch to AMD. If you haven't done a PC upgrade in a while, you're probably on DDR4. So if you're really planning on rendering with your CPU, if your renders are reaching the 50 gigabyte, 60 gigabyte kind of mark, I'd highly suggest getting a set of 232 gigabytes to make a total of 64 gigabytes RAM. And make sure that the speed is quite high. I think 6000 is like a perfect kind of speed. But yeah, make sure that DDR5 only works with the newer CPUs and the newer motherboards. So if you're looking to do a CPU upgrade, you're looking at a motherboard upgrade and also a RAM upgrade, which can be pretty costly. So just bear that in mind. So the CPU also has a all-in-one water cooling system. There's a reservoir at the top, and it's pretty damn good. Like the temperatures don't really exceed 40 or 50 Celsius, which is pretty amazing. And it's pretty easy to install as well compared to if you had a custom water cooling setup. They're pretty stunning, but they can be kind of stressful to install. And I thought that instead of going for a normal fan setup, I may as well have a look at what the all-in-one water cooling system kind of goes like. And I've loved it. It's awesome. So I am running a Samsung 990 Pro SSD. and it's NVMe, so it's really, really fast. I highly recommend, if you've got some old kind of chunky hard drives, definitely doing an upgrade to a SSD, because you will not regret it. They are so fast. Just make sure you've got enough memory, like 1 or 2 terabytes, to kind of future-proof your projects, and make sure that you don't have to, get any more storage anytime sooner than you need to. The power supply I just carried across from my previous build. It works fine. I think it's a 750 watt gold something. So yeah, that's pretty much the build. And I'm really looking forward to the kind of projects that I'm going to get up to. I will be creating some full series and tutorials on various parts of Blender, from environment to architecture, and exteriors and interiors, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Definitely check out my Discord if you're looking for a bit of feedback on your work. It's free, you may as well check it out. The community's amazing. And if you're so inclined, check out my Instagram. There's a link in the description. So I look forward to creating some amazing videos for you in 2025. Cheers.